Hello everyone. Wanted to give an update and a summary on crop conditions and the stage of what this crop is in, just kind of how we feel things are looking overall. Um, the main question I've been getting from a lot of growers is what I think of this corn crop after such an extended dry period, a very dry June. Let me start by saying I'd rather see us a little drier on the side of June than I would July. We're hoping, that things kind of change in that respect. But let's talk about what we're seeing now and where we're going. Uh, this crop looks really good overall, in my opinion. Even though we've probably going to shorten this corn plant up a little bit compared to some years, compared to the last 2 or 3 years when we were so wet. We'll be a little shorter this year. The nodes are a little closer together. On those really hot days where we were curled day after day, that corn was still growing. Growing at night, growing in the mornings, evenings. We'd kind of been tracking that. If we lose anything during those daytime periods, a little bit of GDU efficiency when that corn's curled up tight, maybe not as much photosynthesis, but I'm very pleased with what we see right now. And I think that goes back to a phenomenal root structure on most of these fields because of our planting conditions. We're just not seeing any nutrient deficiencies on the leaves yet. I don't expect to either, the way this corn's developed. And that's something that tells us, we were off to a good start and have a good foundation. I want to go back to, I looked up in some records in 2017. I know at least on our farm and a lot of other farms here close by, we were really dry for a long time, much like what we are now. And our corn was showing a lot of potash deficiencies, nitrogen deficiencies. We weren't getting good mineralization, and I'm not seeing that this year. So I like where we're at for as dry as we are. Corn planted at the end of April right now is about in that V10 stage. You go to that May 10th, 11th, 12th window, 13th, we're sitting around V8. Corn planted on May 17th, we staged some of that today at V6. That just kind of gives us an idea of where we're at. Soybeans, the vast majority are blooming, just about R1. We found the late April, any beans planted in April, even the late April beans, I noticed we're having some blooming before the summer solstice on June 21st. We always like to see that. I even found some beans planted that first week of May that had some early blooms, so that's a really good thing. And the soybeans have been kind of stagnant for a while, but I've noticed here in the last couple of days, a lot of the beans have come to life and seem to be growing a little faster now, and they just look a lot better. So going into July, let's talk about protecting what we've got out here in the field. I just want to remind everybody, even though it's been dry, we've got a heck of a foundation. We got a good looking crop. It's hard to predict the disease pressure. I really think we ought to always follow through with our fungicide plans on corn and beans because we just don't know what's going to happen going forward. And let's stick with those plans and get this thing finished out good. If there's any questions for us as far as making any management decisions, we're going to be watching this thing here in the next couple weeks and be happy to talk with you about any of those decisions that we may need to make. So other than that, I think things look great. I hope everybody has a happy and fun 4th of July, and if anything comes up, we'll be updating you soon. Thank you.